I'm going to show you how I made this effect in Houdini, how I made the light rays, how I made the bubbles, how I made these main bubbles, all of that. Like I did this project in like one day, 8 hours. Like I want to do something and just post it, so I just gave myself a project and then I posted it in my LinkedIn, and now I'm posting it in YouTube as well. So let's get to the point how we made this. So let's get to my FX node. So I got, as usual, I got a model from Mixamo and I animated it a bit. I used my animation skills to make it look like he's floating, like, and I felt like this is not enough. So what I did was I just packed it, and then I just made a simple point sim that's like a point falling. And then what I did was I just used the copy to points somewhere here. Then I just did copy to points. Then it looked like it's falling, and it's also doing this like slow floating thing. Let me reduce the frames because it's loading a lot. So once I finished it, then I took the rest from my main character. I just felt like I may use it at some point, so I just extracted the rest, and then I did not end up using this because I thought I'll just do it in comp because it's getting heavier. But I think if you want to do something more interactive, I think you can do it in Houdini. I just got a box and I changed it to density, and I just reduced the density. It was really good in Karma Render. It's giving me that deep ocean feel, but I ended up doing that in Calm because it's getting heavier when I'm doing this in Houdini. So how I made the ocean surface, I just got a grid and I used this ocean spectrum node and ocean evaluate to like look at what it's doing, and I played with some of the parameters to get the result I wanted, and it's playing super slow. Yep, it's playing super slow because there's like so many points, and I caged everything. I think it will play now. Yeah, it's playing a little bit now. This is the slow motion I want. I don't want it to be like super fast. I wanted it to be very slow, so I just like made it slow. And you will have this hip file in the link below. So if you want to download and look what I did, look all the parameters, you can like look and download all of them. So, and I also added this normals fixing. The reason I did this was like, I don't know if this is the right fix or not, but this worked for me. So without this one, I kept on seeing a light flicker. Like when the light rays are going through this, I kept on seeing a flicker. I don't know the exact reason, but as soon as I set the normal to a specific direction, it worked. But I also don't want to miss anything. So what I did was I just did a lerp. And I made the bias 0.75% towards towards the main normals, and this didn't give me any flicker. So I'm guessing that flicker is because the normals are moving so much like a lot, because there are a lot of points in very less amount of time. Maybe that's why I got that flicker, but this fixed the issue. Maybe in future if I find any other issue, I might find any other new solution, but for now this actually fixed everything for me. And how I did the light race, I took this, I time shifted it because without the time shift they're moving a lot. I don't want them to move. I want them to be more stable, so I just deleted a little bit and I made a vector that's going in that direction, and then I just did some increased some pulse duration. I also played with some p scale, and then I copied the points, and then I remapped the curve view, and based on the curve view I got the density. I just multiplied that with density, and then I also have curve view attribute, and when I used VDB smooth, I use this curve view attribute so it will look more smoother. And this whole method I actually like took it from this guy. This guy, like, he actually recreated this like underwater sun rays from Avatar, and I just copied everything what he did for the volume rays. So he used the ocean surface, and he used the same method, copy to points, like copying the lines to the points, and use that as direction, the same method. And he used the ramp, and he also got the same race. So apparently Veta did the same way. So it's good to know their techniques. And I think if I ever want to do something interactive, I could do something like this. And I kind of did the same thing. I just watched this guy's article and I felt like this is very interesting take, and I will just use it. And once I did that, I caged everything. And again, I want to get the main bubbles first. So what I did was I got the rest geometry, and I know where I want my bubbles from. And this is the technique I usually use. I don't know why. I got the near point and I gave it an attribute. Like I can just like blast it, but for some reason I always want to do it like more procedurally. So I take the rest position, and then wherever I need the emission point, I will put that spear here, and based on that I will get the near point of that rest, and then I will copy the bubble emission point. So this bubble emission point will give me this. So when these two are matching, I will just it will just give me that one single point that is nearer. Because so when I'm doing this one, this is on rest, so it don't move. And when I copied it, it copied the attributes to the animated model, and I just blasted everything except that one point, and I used that as emission point. So for the emission, I got the spear, I remeshed it, and I made the mountain. I just did some few things, and I copy pasted that to the mouth. And I used pyro source as usual, and I got the density and temperature, and I created like a smoke source like usual one. I initially thought I will use some wrangle to slow it down, but it's not too fast. I use turbulence because I want the bubbly like smoke, bubbly smoke. I got the bubbly smoke after catching something. I got something like this. It's pretty much, I pretty much liked it then. And I also got another pyro, and this one is more detailed. Like if you see the difference, this one is less detailed, this one has more detail, like it has like more smaller crunches. Once I do that, I just converted everything into VDB HDF, and then I reshaped it a bit so it will look more circular. Then I converted all of them to 0. So these all are like this. And I also got points from volume. Then I made a sim which will give me those small bubbles. Like I did the same thing to the other side as well. So once I got that, I got this, and I also got this. So one with the less detail, one with more detail, so I can match both of them later. I also got these points, so I can use this as small points. Again, I'm saying like I have this zip file in the link below. If you ever want to look at it, you can just go download it and look at the file, how I made it, look at all the parameters I did in my pyrosim. If you want to make it look same like that. oops. So once that's done, I want to get the streaky bubbles from the body. So what I did was, again, I used the same, I got the rest position and I masked to look the mask. I will just enable the mask and you can look where I did the mask. So the emission points are these, and I use the same method. I attribute copy to the moving model, and then I merged all of these moving model. I merged, and then I deleted everything other than just the mask, and I created the well. I remeshed it, added some noises, then I scattered it. So this is how it will look, and this has velocity something like this. Once that's done, I got streaky bubbles like this through the body, and to get that look, I actually go into the solver. So I got the source, I used the pop force to get some random noise, and another pop force for the buoyancy, and some pop drag and pop fluid to get the stringy water fluid behavior. And once that's done, I just copied a little bit more, because after doing that I realized I need the points like already like emitted in previous frames before the shot starts. So I used it. I could do more pre-roll, but I just cheated it. I just time shifted and like transformed them up, and I merged all of them together. And again, this is how they look once I copied the spears with different p scales. And I also realized I need more streaky bubbles in the environment, so I was like, okay, let's do something like different. So I got all of these rocks and I made an RBD simulation, so they all like fall. And once that's done, I did 3 different things. First, I unpacked, I got the trail, so I got the velocity by changing this to compute velocity. I added some noise, and again then I scattered it a bit based on the noise, then deleted the CD, and I got my particle source. And this is, you cannot see this now because this is starting around like frame like 900 or something. Let me change this again, 900. So if you look at this now, you can look at the source. Once that's done, I did a pyrosim based on the same I did the pyrosim. Let me actually do, I think I missed this sketch. Yeah, so once the pyro is done, this is how it will look. So I just want to use this in my pop solver as like with like pop advoc volumes. And I also did another one. I got the points because when I catch them, there will be points from RPD. I deleted the geometry, I used the solver, so it will just get all the points like this. And I got the line, I smoothed it, I had some noise, and I copied something like this, so I can use it as for pop curve. So I got all of these inputs and I did the same. I had 2 different forces, a pop drag, a pop fluid, and this pop curve, I'm using this pop curve force inside here. If you look at this, it's using the third context, and I also made few changes. And this volume, I'm actually using it as well. Here using this pop advec by volumes, I'm using second context geometry. And once all of that is done, this is what you will see, something like this, going slowly up, following following the pop edit volumes and also the lines the RBD created slowly. And I felt like there will be more of these in the ocean, so I added like few, and you can see something like this, like going slowly up. I could have added more somewhere in the middle, but I thought about it, but I know the character will be here. I don't want more distractions, so I didn't add. I could have added somewhere behind here, but it's already done, so I don't want to worry about it. So once I add them, this is how they look. Once I added spears with right P scales, and I also know I need like random bubbles going all over, so I just did this. So random bubbles just keep going up, something like this. And again, this is like the simple like solver. I just have scatter, and I just had everything like go up, and with little bit of amplitude and buoyancy. And again, it's the same story. Once I do the copy to points, this is how it will look. So all of them together, like if I go to something like this, like maybe 105253, and if I look at this now, this is how all of them will look. And then once I did that, I just got all of them here in separate zeros. Then I opened, like I got everything into my stays. So I just got my camera first, then I just added few grids so light don't go out. Then I got my falling model, then I got my god rays, and as soon as I got the god rays, I realized it's gonna be so much heavier. I also got my Houdini ocean Houdini ocean with this Houdini ocean procedure, and I had to make some manual adjustments to this one to actually like work for me, because there was some issue. So I had to like change like the colors a bit here, and also I had to change this cusp. Before it was not working properly, so I had to change few values based on how I wanted it to look. So once that's done, I also got all the other shapes. It might take some time. And then I also got my streaky bubbles, and then I added few lights and Houdini preview procedural for rendering. And then with my karma beauty, if I do this now, you will see a beautiful render. I got this HDRI from Polyheaven. This is a beautiful HDRI. This will take some time. Yes, it's here now. So this is how it looked with the render. It's heavy. Yeah, I can feel it, and my mouse is not moving anymore. So let me stop it. So that's how I did this underwater bubbles, and also god rays, and also like the falling model, the main bubbles, the streaky bubbles. And if you want to look at how I did this, you can like look at the hip file I added in the description. You can download it and you can have a play with it. You might be able to make it look more better than how I made. But all the best, and if you want to know more things like this, please subscribe to this channel, share this with your friends so I can do more and more of this. Have a good and lovely Houdini problem solving day. Goodbye.